Drishyam is a 2013 Indian Malayalam drama Euro thriller film written and directed by Jeethu Joseph and starring Mohanlal and Meena in the lead roles. It also stars Ansiba Hassan, Baby Esther, Kalabhavan Shajon, Asha Sarath, Siddique, Roshan, Basheer and Neeraj Madhav in other pivotal roles. The film was produced by Antony Perumbavoor under the banner Aashirvad Cinemas. The film was shot in Thodupuzha and nearby locations. The film made a record after completing 10,000 shows within 26 days and became the highest-grossing film in the history of Malayalam cinema with collections from India and overseas within 31 days. Drishyam is the first Malayalam film to collect 50 crore from its theatrical box office collections, remake rights, satellite and television rights. The film went on to complete more than 20,000 shows in Kerala, running over 100 days. It won numerous accolades including the Kerala State Film Award for Best Popular Film and the Filmfare Award for Best Film Euro Malayalam. Plot: Jorgakutty is an orphan who had dropped out of school after the 4th grade. He has come up in life by tilling his land. Now he is a businessman running a cable TV service in a rural area. He is married to Rani and they have 2 daughters, Anju, a +2 student, and Anu, a student of class 6. Jorgakutty is stingy and does not like to spend money on anything beyond the basic necessities. His only interest apart from his family is watching films. He spends most of his time in front of the TV in his small office. He is so obsessed with movies that he makes every major decision in life by subconsciously taking an example from some film he has seen. Toward the middle of the film, Jorgakutty's teenage daughter gets photographed in the bathroom at a nature camp by a hidden cell phone. The culprit, Varun, is the son of Police Inspector General Jeethu Prabhakar. Varun is accidentally killed by Rani and her daughter when he comes to blackmail them. They hide his body in a compost pit, which is witnessed by Anu. Rani tells Jorgakutty about the incident and he devises a way to save his family from the law. He removes the broken cell phone and disposes of Varun's car, which is seen by Constable Sahadevan, who has a grudge against Jorgakutty. Jorgakutty takes them out on a trip to Thodupuzha to pray in a church, watch a movie and eat at a restaurant. Jeethu, realizing that her son has gone missing, starts an investigation. After a preliminary investigation, Jeethu calls Jorgakutty and family for questioning. Jorgakutty had predicted that this would happen and taught his family how to change their alibi at the time of murder. When questioned individually, they replied the same thing and they had also shown the bill of the restaurant, the movie ticket and the bus journey's tickets as proof of their alibi. Jeethu questions the owners of the establishments they have been to and their statements prove Jorgakutty's alibi. Jeethu realizes that on the day of the incident, Jorgakutty had taken the tickets and the bill, made acquaintance with the owners and had gone for the trip with his family the next day, thus proving his alibi and making the owners unwittingly tell the lie. Jeethu arrests Jorgakutty and family and Sahadevan uses brute force to beat the truth out of them. Eventually, Anu gives in and reveals the place where the body is buried. After digging the compost pit, they find the carcass of a calf, indicating that Jorgakutty had moved the body. Anu reports to the media and complains against Sahadevan. The constable is suspended and Jeethu resigns from her post. Jeethu and her husband meet Jorgakutty to ask forgiveness for their rude and violent behavior. But Jorgakutty indirectly tells them that he had got rid of the uninvited guest. Jorgakutty, now in remand, signs a register at the newly constructed local police station. As he leaves, a flashback shows him leaving the incomplete police station with a shovel in hand, indicating that he has hidden Varun's body in the foundations of the police station itself. Cast: Mohanlal as Jorgakutty, Meena as Rani George, Ansiba Hassan as Anju George, Baby Esther as Anu George, Kalabhavan Shajon as Constable Sahadevan, Siddique as Prabhakar, Asha Sarath as IG Jeethu Prabhakar, Anish G. Menon as Rage, Roshan Basheer as Varun Prabhakar, Neeraj Madhav as Manichan, Irshad as Si Suresh Babu, Kunjan as Madhavan, Kozhikode Narayan and Naya as Sulaimanika, Bidya VK as Soman P. Sriakumar as Rani's father, Shobha Mohan as Rani's mother, Kutikal Jayakhandran as Murali, Kalabhavan Raman as bus conductor, Kalabhavan Hanif as theatre operator, Antony Perumbavoor as Antony, Balaji, Pradeep Chandran as the new SI. Themes, genre. The film has kicked off a new genre in Malayalam, a Euro family thriller, a genre which combines the elements of a family drama and thriller. The film takes off as a typical family drama. The first half of the film is intentionally slow-paced and shows to the audience the lighter moments in the family of Jorgakutty. This half combines the elements of drama and comedy genres. The audience gets completely absorbed in the twist of events that begin to unfold from the end of the first half. The second half is more like a thriller and is about how the family, despite the vengeful villainy of a corrupt cop, stands its ground even as the law takes its course. When asked whether this change in narrative style post-interval was intentional, Jeethu Joseph replied, "I really don't understand when people say the first half lacked pace. A story or a film has its own way of progression and it does travel in a zigzag way, capturing all the ups and downs of our lives. Right from the start, if you accelerate the pace, sooner or later, the storytelling will lose its steam." The film uses some sexist dialogues in the first half which were playing to a certain new generation audience. The director says, "I firmly believe such conversations are part of our lives. I don't want to elaborate, but it also throws an insight into each character featured in the sequences. Yes, frankly, I was a bit worried how the family audience would react to those scenes. But then I read out that part of the script to a select group of women and they nodded their heads in approval. So." However, the director calls the film a family drama. "We usually brand a film as a thriller, simply because there is some mystery in the narrative or the story unfolds through an investigation. But I don't subscribe to this. Although there are some twists in the tale and some suspense as well, Drishyam is essentially the story of a family," says Jeethu. Production, writing. Jeethu, while planning to take up the project, approached Mammootty to do the same, but he was unable to commit and asked Jeethu to proceed with the film with another actor. A thread similar to that of Drishyam has been with the director since the early 90s. When the director overheard a conversation about the plight of two families involved in a legal battle, the idea got a boost. Jeethu had penned the story of Drishyam even before Memories. He says, "I started working on the subject some 2 years back. But I wanted to stick to the plan order and hence postponed the project till I finished Memories. The script was initially planned to be filmed by another director, but since that director could not find a producer, Jeethu took back the script and decided to direct it himself. Drishyam is completely different from the director's previous films. He says, different films require different treatment. I toiled hard while filming Memories as the film was full of twists and turns and the handling of the subject mattered a lot. But Drishyam is a complete script-oriented film that does not require any special effort. We shot the film sticking completely to the script, and the shooting was completed effortlessly." Casting and filming. Drishyam is the first movie since the 2005 release of Chandral Savam to feature both Meena and Mohanlal. Jeethu had earlier planned Simran to enact Rani's role, but the actress was busy with her TV show. It was reported that Jeethu had also approached many actresses, including Priyamani, but none of them showed interest to play the role. According to the director, actor Mammootty was instrumental in roping in actress Meena for Drishyam. After the release of the film, One India In reported that the director had earlier approached Mammootty to play the lead in Drishyam, but when Mammootty had date clashes, he opted for Mohanlal. The report cited the director as saying that no changes were made in the script when Mohanlal agreed. However, the director, in an interview with the New Indian Express, stated that he wrote the screenplay with Mohanlal in mind and the character was tailor-made for Mohanlal. However, in another interview with the New Indian Express published in September 2013, the director said, "It was always my dream to do a film with the amazing actor, Mohanlal." Actor Kalabhavan Shajon, who was previously been in the industry as a comedian and the sidekick of the lead actors, was chosen for the main antagonistic role. The director says, "I had 3 actors in mind, but at last decided to pick Shajon. I was very clear that I did not want anyone who has played negative characters so far to do the role." Shajon was a total revelation. Roshan Basheer, who debuted through +2 a couple of years before, was chosen after conducting a screen test. Actor Prithviraj was rumoured to play a cameo role in Drishyam, but eventually this did not happen. Drishyam commenced production in the first week of October 2013. The film was shot exclusively at Thodupuzha in Kerala. Drishyam was initially planned to be filmed in 52 days, but the principal production got completed in 44 days. Reception, reviews. Sci-Fi.com's reviewer gave the verdict excellent, and stated, "It is not often that you sit in a theatre with bated breath, never wanting to miss a moment of the film on screen." Writer-director Jeethu Joseph's Drishyam is one such film, a gripping tale that leaves you spellbound with its skillful craft. Vian of NowRunning.com rated the film 3/5 and commented, "In Drishyam Jeethu attempts a stunning mix of the real with the imaginary, and the result is an unpredictable cinematic artichoke that takes you by surprise at every turn." Rating the film 3.5/5, Paresh C. Palitcha of Rediff.com said, "Drishyam can be credited for bringing Mohanlal back to form and pushing director Jeethu Joseph into the big league, as he has made a cracker of a thriller." J.B. Musari of The Hindu wrote, "It takes craft, intelligence, and the superior acumen of a genuine storyteller to pull off a film in such an engaging manner." He also noted that the film's thread and treatment are new to Malayalam cinema in many ways, and its principles go against the set rules filmgoers here are familiar with. Shibu B.S. of the New Indian Express wrote here for his latest outing Drishyam, Jeethu attempts a splendid mix of emotions, relationships, suspense and thrill. End result, a spectacular cinematic experience. Dalton L. of Deccan Chronicle gave the film a 3-star rating, writing, "The limelight belongs entirely to Mohanlal. Like the versatile greats of Hollywood, this actor possesses such a vast repertoire that he isn't required to always attempt the radically new to stamp his towering persona." Mithili Ramakandran wrote in her review for Gulf News: "Drishyam is an unforgettable picture, shorn of irrational fight sequences and mindless dance numbers." Aswin J. Kumar of the Times of India said, "Drishyam is an elegantly crafted piece of film which Lal and Joseph can proudly hold close to their hearts." Uniyanai wrote in his review for Kerala9.com, "The care with which the script is done, the finesse with which the direction part is executed, and the characterization and performance plus the thoughtful placing of the songs makes Drishyam worth real appreciation." That the film has almost zero filmy humor is also worth noting. It's the logical manner in which the story unfolds and the very convincing manner in which the characters behave makes it impressive. The critic rated the film 3 in a scale of 5. IndieAccolades.com's reviewer rated the film 8/10 and stated, "Drishyam is undoubtedly cladded with exceptional storytelling combined with bravura performances. An undoubtedly exceptional film as far the content is concerned. The movie is a must-watch for all the audiences of family and thriller movies." However, critic Gautaman Bhaskaran was not fully impressed with the film and wrote in Hindustan Times, "Scripted more or less in a convincing manner and mounted with finesse, writer-director Joseph fleshes out his characters. However, Drishyam often seems like a radio play, long dialogues mar its cinematic qualities, and like many other Helmers, Joseph too does not know where to end his film. Cinema need not be so explanatory. Certainly this is not how contemporary movies are made." Box office: the film grossed 6.7 crore in its first 8 days and had earned over 35 crore after 50 days of its release. Drishyam is the first Malayalam film to cross 1 crore mark in the US and UK. Drishyam became the second film to complete 100 days in the UAE after Titanic. In less than 1 month following its release, Drishyam became the highest-grossing film in the history of Malayalam cinema. The film's satellite rights were bought by Asianet for a record amount of 6.5 crore. In an interview with Malayalam Manorama on June 27, 2014, director told News about 6.5 crore satellite right is rumours and wrong. The record was previously held by Kadalkadanu or Amathukati, which was bought for 5.75 crore by the same channel. A film's Hindi, Tamil and Telugu rights were sold for 1.55 crore. Drishyam completed 100 days in 60 theatres in Kerala and rest of India. The domestic gross of the film was around 40.1 crore from Kerala alone. Further, the film grossed around 10 crore from rest of India. The collection from the overseas markets amounts to more than 4 crore. It went on to complete 100 days in Tamil Nadu and became the first Malayalam film to complete 30 days in Mumbai, later running 100 days there as well. Similarly, Drishyam had a successful run in multiplexes in Bengaluru, Ahmedabad and Hyderabad. Home media, Drishyam was released on Blu-ray disc, DVD and VCD on May 9, 2014. The film created a new record in the DVD and VCD sales on the first day of release itself. Alleged similarity with a novel, there have been accusations that the film's plot is inspired by the novel The Devotion of Suspect X by Koigo Higashino. Some pointed out that the film's first half has similarities to the 1996 film Before and After, which is based on the 1992 novel of the same title by American writer Rosalind Brown. However, Jeethu rejected these allegations in an interview given to Malayalam Manorama. When asked about the similarities with Suspect X, Jeethu said, "Both films revolve around a murder and cover-up. I haven't seen Suspect X, though I have asked for a DVD of it. From what I heard, Drishyam doesn't have many similarities with it. Triangle love stories have been the theme of many films, but can we say these films' plots were all lifted?" Influence. Additional Director General of Police in Kumar, who had previously expressed concern that Drishyam might provoke crime, claimed that 2 people accused of murdering a woman from Nilambur, Kerala in February 2014, admitted that their methods for disposing of the victim's body and mobile phone SIM card were influenced by Drishyam. Remakes. Drishyam is being remade into several Indian languages. Awards. Kerala Film Critics Association Awards, Best Film, Best Director, Jeethu Joseph, Best Actor, Mohanlal, Best Art Director, Sabu Ram, Best Male Playback Singer, Najim Arshad, Vinitha Film Awards, Best Film, Best Director, Jeethu Joseph, Best Screenplay, Jeethu Joseph, Best Villain, Kalabhavan Shajon, Vyala Film Awards, Best Script, Jeethu Joseph, Best Actress, Meena, Best Cinematography, Sujai Sood, Soundtrack. The film features a soundtrack composed by Anil Johnson and Vinu Thomas with lyrics penned by Santhosh Varma. The background score was composed by Anil Johnson. Footnotes. References. External links, official website, Drishyam at the Internet Movie Database, Drishyam at Rotten Tomatoes, interview with Jeethu Joseph, Bangalore Mirror.